Okay, so CLB, how did I feel about it? So when I first heard the shit, I thought it was doo-doo trash, straight fire, ass cakes, ass cheeks, butt cheeks, garbage, hop, joke, ass doo-doo trash, right? This is coming from someone who Drake has been the most listened to, most played to artist since I was literally 10 years old. Like, since for over 12 years, like for a long time. So, um, hearing it, for the first time, it was just it was kind of like a mind fuck. It was kind of like the nigga. It was kind of like I don't know, bro. It was kind of uh like just Iron Man just flopping. You know what I mean? Or just like your suit. This nigga that's supposed to be a superhero, that's supposed to have like no misses ever, missing the whole project. That's how I felt. So I felt like it was like some multiverse type of like parallel universe type shit. Honestly, for a long time, I thought it was a joke. I thought he was gonna come out and be like, "Yo, CLB, ha ha ha, jokes." Like y'all thought I was actually like finna like run with this, like, like wow, really got y'all on that one. And then he was gonna drop like a real album. Like I thought that was I thought that was the plan. But then, boom, nigga actually runs with it, and yeah, nah, I was just waiting for him to say like, "Yo, I was playing y'all." Um, I mean, from the album cover first, like it started off with the, you know, pregnant emojis. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then he goes and you press play, and okay, yeah, you hear champagne poetry, fire, but come on, it's straight. The intros are always supposed to be fire. Like that's nothing new. That's like, you know what I mean? Like that's just standard procedure. That's just like Ronaldo scoring an open goal. Like that's just supposed to happen, right? Like yes, sure, like it's not for granted that like every artist is gonna have that much fire on their intro, but like the fact that it's Drake, we already knew he was gonna come with heat in the first, 2 minutes. Then he jumped straight into being a lesbian. He jumped straight into being too sexy for his shirts. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, that's when I was like confused. I was like confused. Like, am I playing the right shit? And the fact that he actually front loaded the album with, all those type of joints, kind of just like threw me off to even hearing the actual story that he's trying to tell on like Race My Mind or Fucking Fans, and actually hearing the good music. Like, nigga threw me off so bad that like I couldn't even finish the album properly because I was just thrown off by like, what the fuck is this? My first take on it was like, this nigga, it sounds like a nigga doing a bad impression of Drake, but it's actually him. Like what? Like I was just confused. Only after that, I didn't actually listen to the album for at least like 3-4 months. Yeah, I didn't play it. I couldn't. I just couldn't. I was waiting for the real album to drop. I was waiting for the real shit to come out, and it never did. I was like, what the. And so eventually I came to the point where I gave it a real listen. I sort of, I just let those songs like pass, whatever. I was just like, okay, I guess this is what it is, like let me, like actually see what he's talking about. So eventually, like when I did give it a real actual go, and I had to just accept that, like, okay, this is what I'm gonna have to like. God damn. Sorry, a little bit of lightning in the background. A lot of bit of lightning in the background, actually. But yeah. So as soon as I accepted that this is what my favorite artist is giving me, then I was like, okay, boom, listen to it. Then I actually, for the first time, I remember that day, like, for the first time, I could actually hear the stories that he was like, telling. I could actually hear the production quality on songs like Raise My Mind for the first time. But after I came to like accept that, okay, I guess this is what we're gonna have to just take then, Um, so eventually I kind of came around to it, and yeah, like I kind of just ended it off with like realizing that this guy is he's just a guy, like he's just a guy, and from me being such like a diehard fan for so long, I stopped seeing him as just a guy, which is kind of what made me a fan in the beginning because I was like, yo, this is just a dude, and look at what he's doing. It's incredible. Until, I kind of ended up with the perception of like, this is someone who can't flop. Like, he can't, you know what I mean, take L's. Like, he just doesn't lose. I stopped seeing him more as an artist and as a human, and less as an artist and as a human, and I started seeing him more as like some sort of like fictional character, like a superhero or like a movie character, like type of thing. And that's not what it is. This man is living on planet Earth in real time, and he ain't perfect. He's not perfect, and he was never gonna be. So I guess that kind of just opened my eyes up to it. But you know yeah, and I guess it is what it is. And now um almost like, I don't know how long it's been, maybe like, I don't know, like a couple months in, you know now I can sort of like look back at the whole project, at the whole saga. Like, this man does not have a heart cut into his hair anymore, into his hairstyle anymore. Like, he's out of the whole CLB phase. Now looking back at it, I kind of like, look at some songs in a different light. Like, I can actually recognize, okay, boom, maybe in this scenario, in this type of environment, I see how Way Too Sexy as a song is actually, a smash. Or I can see how maybe like, I can see how champagne poetry is like not something to be taken for granted. Like, not every artist can really do that. Like, they, some of the things that are sort of undermined earlier, I can sort of kind of see a little bit more of the genius now in them. But just looking back at it as a whole, it was kind of like I just expected to be enjoying Drake music more, and seeing it more. And it does kind of feel like for the past 10 plus years, he's been the one who decides where the culture goes. Like, he sets the trends, and with this project, it felt like for the first time he was kind of like following them, or for the first time, what he came with was not what we ran with as the culture. You know what I mean? Like, the trends that he came with is not really fully what we ran with. I guess some people did, but it was just kind of like, it's a new era, it's a new phase, and that's what happens. You might get uncomfortable with when people change and shit, but hey, man, it's inevitable. So yeah, I guess that was my take on it. Now I can listen to the album now, like a couple songs off it. Some of the songs I'm still kind of like, they so or whatever. But that's just music. That's just opinion, and that's actually what you want to do as an artist. You want people to like change with your music. You want your music to change how people think and feel. You don't want them to just kind of like get it automatically and be like, okay, this is cool, and then forget about it. Like, boom, here I am talking about it months and months and months after. And clearly the music had an effect on me, which if that was his goal, then fucking mission accomplished.